Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 6 of the February daily LeetCode challenge. We are about to complete a week into this month. So big congratulations if you have made it till now, because remember, till now we have seen some easy questions, and this is the first time that we are going to see medium question in February daily LeetCode challenge. So the first 5 days we saw the topic of arrays. Okay. So now from now onwards, next 5 days, it will be the topic of hash maps. Okay. So just for information, I'm telling you, you can go to LeetCode discussion page. They are basically mentioning that what all topics will be, asked in what all days in that particular month. Okay, so for the next 5 days it is going to be hash maps. Okay, now coming to this question, see, it's going to be medium level question. It's a very good question, by the way. Many people are finding it difficult, but I will be showing you both Python as well as Java solution, and like the Java solution that I'm showing you is going to beat around 96% of test cases. Okay, so yep, so let us quickly begin. It is going to be 1726 tuple with same product. Okay, so what is a tuple? We'll come to that. It is basically a term used in Python mostly. Tuple basically means that a pair. Okay, a pair of two numbers, something like that. Okay, now see here, given an array nums of distinct positive integers. So what they're trying to tell you that the nums array that you're going to get is going to have only distinct elements. Okay, it will never be having repeating elements. Okay, as simple as that. So given an array nums of distinct positive numbers, integers, return the number of tuples. Okay, ABCD, such that A star B is equal to C star D, where A, B, C, D are elements in nums and okay, fine. So there are two important things here. The first thing that they're trying to tell you is that we will have to form a tuple like this. Okay. In this case, they are saying these four elements forming a tuple. Now, what are the properties of these? C? A and B, the product of A and B should be equal to the product of C and D. Okay, that is the first condition. A into B is equal to C into A. That is the first condition. Okay, where A, B, C, D are all elements of within the nums. Okay, so among all the elements in the nums, you will have to selectively choose four elements such that A star B is equal to C star D. That is the first condition. And the second condition is that if you see, A should not be equal to B and C should not be equal to D. That is, this whole thing applies. Okay, among these A, B, C, D, none of them are going to be repeated elements. Okay, the idea here is you have to take four different values in nums, and since any value in nums is going to be distinct, for that reason we have to ensure that, yeah, that will already ensure that, yeah, none of them are going to be same, and then we have to ensure A star B should be equal to C star D. Okay, and then you will have to tell us how many such distinct possibilities are possible. Okay, now if you are good in permutation and combination, you will find this question very easy. Why I am saying this, let us, you will get to know when I will discuss the example number 1. Okay, we'll now learn about permutation and combination. See this case. So this has only four elements, right? First of all, okay, before that, let us go to the constraints. If you see, okay, now we require four distinct numbers. Okay, but if you see, they are starting with one. Okay, maybe this you can treat as an edge case. See, if you see, the length is going to start from 1. Okay, till 3. Okay, till n which is less than 4, any n which is less than 4, you are not going to get ABCD, right? So maybe you can have edge case to handle that case. Okay, as simple as that. Now, so let us go to example number 1. If you see in this case, what is happening? 6 into 2 is going to give you 12. Similarly, 3 into 4 is going to give you 12. Okay. So there is a condition coming here. Okay. So this also is 12. This also is 12. Okay. What are the numbers? 6 into 2 and 3 into 4. Now, how to arrange them? See, there are different ways of arranging them. For example, okay, 2 and 6 can be arranged in the A and B. Okay. If you see, there are like just treat it as like two places. This is the A and B. This is the C and D. Okay. Now, 2 6 can be arranged in the first place. Okay, 2 6. Now for each 2 and 6, 3 and 4 can be arranged. Okay, for example, here 3 and 4 is coming, here 4 and 3 is coming. Okay, similarly, the 2 6 can be rearranged. Okay, so now here 6 2 is coming, just I'm rearranging it 2 and 6, remember that. So 6 2 is coming. Now for 6 2 also same thing will happen. Here it will be 3 4, here it will be 4 3. Okay, these are the first four possibilities. Now we'll go to the next four possibilities. In the next one, what will happen? Now 2 and 6 will come in this particular place. Okay, in place of C and D, 2 and 6 will now come. Okay, previously they were coming in A and B. Now 2 and 6 will come in C and D. Okay, similarly it will be rotating. Okay, here see 2 and 6 is coming, here also 2 and 6, and here 6 and 2, and here 6 and 2. If you just see it's just a permutation and combination, guys. Okay, I don't want to take too much of your time, because I know who will be knowing these things, they will be finding this video very boring, because teaching these things is really a boring task. I agree with that. This is just a permutation combination. The idea here is, once you find people like that, okay, let me come to the point. Okay, let me come to the tricky part. Okay, once you know, okay, let us not deal with this maths. Okay, if you don't want to learn permutation combination, I have a trick for you. Now see this case. Once you have found A and B, ABCD like that, such that A into B is equal to C into D, if you have found that, can you quickly tell me what is going to be the answer? The answer is going to be C. This particular pair, let us each pair like this. Okay, is going to contribute 8 to the answer. Okay, I mean 8. If you see here, there is a single pair 2, 6, 3, 4. Okay, there are multiple ways to rearrange them. Okay, but we will not go into the rearranging part. Okay, we will only be bothered about the number. We have to return the number at last. Okay, so whenever you find a pair like this, you have to know that it is going to contribute 8 to the answer. I mean 8, EIGST 8. Okay, so yep, this is going to contribute 8. Okay, so next time when you find such a pair, you have to add another 8 to your answer and so on. Okay, that is something that we are going to see now. Okay, as simple as that. Now, how to solve this question? You can go through other examples, but let us quickly jump into the logic building. See, it's going to be very very simple. I am declaring answer which is 0 initially. I'm comparing the length, and then I am having a product map. What this map is going to do, this map will tell me each product how many times it occurred. Okay, for example, if you see 2 into 3 6, 6 is appearing one time. Okay, as of now, then 3 into 4 it is 12, 12 is appearing one time. Then similarly 6 into 4 24, and so on. Okay, like this we will be doing. See, for every two numbers we will be recording the products, and we will also be recording how many times that product appear. Okay, once I print it, you will get to know. Okay, let me show it to you first. See, let us see the first numbers. Okay, this is 2 and 3. Okay, I'm going to take the product 2 and 3. It is 6, so I will show it like this. 6 occurred for one time. Okay, something like that. The answer is 0 as of now. Next is 2 and 4. Okay, so the idea is, see, there will be two for loops. The idea here is I will multiply every number with every other number. Okay, then for whatever the product is coming, I will record that. Here, for example, 8 is coming. Okay, I will record 8 appeared for one time and so on. Okay, now see 2 and 6, 12. 12 appeared for one time. Okay, now see the game will come. Now game will change. See, 3 into 4 again it is giving 12. 2 into 6 again gave 12. 3 and 4 again giving 12. Now here the game will change. So 12 is going to appear for two times. So one time it is fine, but when it appears for the second time, you will have to change your answer. How to do that? I will show you now. See, I'm going through 0 to n minus 1. Okay, this point is very clear. Now, this will go from I plus 1 till n. Okay, as simple as that. What you can do is, see, maybe you can write here I minus 1 also. That also is fine. If you want, you can do that also. That is also fine. But again, this will go from 0 to n minus 1. This j will go from I plus 1 to n. Okay, why I'm doing I plus 1? See, logic here is, see, it's very simple. For example, if I is at 2, I want this 2 to be multiplied with remaining numbers. Okay, similarly, when I'm at 3, I want 3 to be multiplied with remaining numbers. Okay, because 2 into 3 would have already happened. So when I'm at 3, 3 should be multiplied with remaining numbers. Okay, so it should not go back. That is, no repetition should happen, right? As simple as that. For that reason, this logic is being used. This is not something that I invented. It's like it's a very common thing to do. Okay, whenever you want distinct products, you have to always take it like that. This will be 0 to you can 0 till the last element. This will be from I plus 1 till the last element. Okay, one thing that you can do is, maybe you can write here n minus 1. That one thing you can additionally do. Okay, that should also work. Okay, as simple as that. Now, what I'm doing for every, see, the idea is every particular pair will now be this. Once we are talking about this particular part, this is inside the second for loop. So what will happen is, for every two unique pairs, okay, this particular loop will be executed. Okay, what is happening here? See, first of all, I'm calculating the product. Okay, nums of I into nums of j, I'm calculating this. I'm calling as a product. Then I'm checking if this product is already there in the product map. Okay, if it is already there, then definitely it will have a count. Most probably its count will be 1, or it may be more than that also. Okay, so what we'll do? So whatever be the count of this particular product, get that. Okay, if it is 1, it will be 8 into 1. If it is 2, it will be 8 into 2, and so on. Okay, so why I'm doing 8 into 2, as I mentioned, see, the idea here is, if you see here in this case, see, I have found a and b. Okay, for example, nums of I, nums of j is going to be a and b, but there is a c and d also existing, which we have already seen. Okay, that c and d will be stored here. Okay, as simple as that. Like, how many such c and d's are there, that will be telling, this will be stored here. Okay, so okay, let me quickly zoom out and let me show you. Yep, if you see this particular number, right, if you see 12 is there two times, so this 2 is telling me how many pairs of cnd is possible for me. Okay, how many types of cnds, how many pairs of cnd is existing. So for example, let us say there are two pairs of cnd. So what I can do, this ab can be formed, this a and b can go and join into one pair of cnd, this ab can go and join into second pair of cnd also, right? For each one of them, they are going to contribute 8 to the answer. So for that reason, what I'm doing is, I'm doing this 8 into product map of product. Okay, that's simple as that. This particular thing will tell me how many times that particular product occurred previously. Okay, that is how many pairs are forming that product previously. Okay, this will be multiplied with 8, and whatever is the answer, that will be added to our answer. Okay, as simple as that, right? Once this part is done, what we'll do, we'll simply add the number. Okay, remember, I am using a default dictionary. Okay, so you will get confused when you are seeing this, but default dictionary, what it happens is, if you see, the value here is going to be integer, that is, it was starting with 0. For that reason, I'm doing it simply, I'm not checking whether prod is there or not, I'm simply doing +1. Okay, so if it is not there, 0 will be the by default value, and 1 will be added to 0. If it is already there, it will have a value already, that will be added with 1. Okay, that will be incremented, as simple as that, right? Now, this is the print statement, just for understanding. Always comment out such print statements before submitting the solution. Okay, now Finally, once whole thing is stuff, whole stuff is done, return the answer. Okay, as simple as that. Let us quickly once again analyze what is happening. See, till this point everything is 1. Okay, now when 3 and 4 comes, okay, you will see again the product is coming as 12. This time it will be made as, okay, it will be incremented, but so whatever is the previous value, that will be multiplied with 8, and 8 is going to be our answer now. Right. Similarly, if you see 4 and 6 is coming, 24. 24 is happening for the first time, so it will not contribute to the answer. Okay. As simple as that. So final answer is going to be 8. So that's what we are returning. Okay. This is the second test case. You can go through it. Okay. Like these outputs, you can. That's why I always preserve the print statements when I'm pasting the solution in the comment section, so that you can go and research. And if you have any questions, please do ask. And again, like once again, remember, everyone has a phase to go. Okay. For example, I reach this stage where I feel this is easy, but maybe you will be in a stage where you will find it difficult. That's why always the print statement is something that will help you now, that will help you when you are in a bank company also. Remember that print statements are the way to go. Okay, they will tell you what is happening actually in the code. Okay, the logs, the prints. Okay, all these things have a lot of sense. Okay, these things will make a lot of sense when you go to some big companies. Okay, because what is happening, the programs can be very bigger. Okay, so in order to understand what is happening, you need those logs, you need those print statements. So always try your, once you get a code which you don't understand, add some print statements, but try to debug on your own. You should be able to debug it in some definite amount of time. Let us say 5 to 10 minutes. You should be able to debug a decent length of code. That this is something that you have to build through this. Okay, remember, coding is all about that. Coding is all about debugging. Okay, this phase you will find even in big companies. You will find the meaning of this phrase even in big companies. Okay, as simple as that, right? So yep, and let me quickly show the Java solution now. Okay, Java solution, as you can see, this is clearing beating 96% of the test cases. Sorry, 96% of the solutions. Okay, now let me quickly show you this. Here, as you know, the things will be slightly different because here the syntax and obviously the way the things are done is slightly different. See, but I have tried my best to keep the name same so that you find it related. Okay, now I'm initializing the answer to 0. I'm capturing the length, and then I'm declaring a hash map. Okay, since as you see, both the key and the values are going to be integers, I'm calling it a product map like I did in Python, and then is equal to new hash map, and then I'm in the by this particular thing in the brackets, I'm passing value n by. Okay. Can you quickly tell me? Okay, see, this particular hash map is basically going to show the products. Okay, so how many products are we are going to have? In the worst case, we are going to n square products, right? So basically, you should write n square. Let me write it here for you. Okay, it should be n square basically, not n. Okay, so this will be actually going to store n square product. So what happens when you pass this value? Okay, when you pass this value here itself, what happens? The space that will be allotted will be, and ensure that it is definitely able to store n square values. Otherwise, during runtime, it will be forced to ask for more memory, which is a very time taking process. Okay, okay. Before starting the Java solution, one more thing that I want to show is that, see, in Python you don't have to worry anything about the data types at all. Okay, but in this particular Java and C++, we have to worry about data types. So see, each value is going to be up to 10 power 4. Okay, so when you multiply any two values, okay, because remember this particular hash map is supposed to store products. Okay, so when I multiply to 10 power 4 into 10 power 4, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get a 10 power 8. Okay, so I have to understand first whether this 10 power 8 can be stored in integer or not. Okay, remember, these products, it may not be possible to store in an integer. Okay, because of their size. So we are going to analyze that. Remember, if you are solving this in Java, this particular calculation is a must. If you do not show this calculation, even if you solve it and your solution beats 100% of the test cases, still you may be rejected because you are not analyzing the test case. Okay, you are not analyzing the given constraints. Okay, so let me show you what happens. See, we are trying to show 10 power 8. How 10 power 8 is coming? 10 power 4 into 10 power 4 is equal to 10 power 8. Okay, as simple as that. So 10 power 8 is the value we want to store. Okay, let us try to understand how many bits it is going to take. Let us say it's going to take n bits. So 2 power n is equal to 10 power 8. Okay, just approximation. It need not be direct, equal. It is just approximately equal. Okay, so 10 power 8 should be equal to 2 power n. Okay, now apply log on both sides. So this will be 8 log n, 8 log 10. This will be n log 2. Okay, now like calculate this value. Remember, I'm taking log base 10. Okay, so this particular value, like, this will be 1, and 1 into 8 is 8. Okay, so 8 now will be divided by log 2, and you are going to n equal to 26 approximately. Okay, I guess the value has more than 26, so it will be 27 approximately, but okay, I don't remember exactly, but still it's not about that. It's the only important part here is that this n that we are getting is less than 32, or you can say 31. Okay, because a integer, if you see, it has 32 bits. That is 4 bytes, which equal to 32 bits. Okay, obviously one of those bits will be for that sign bit, but again, at least 31 bits are there, and definitely this is less than 31. So you can be very confident that, yeah, integer will be able to store the product of two numbers which are of this value. Okay, 10 by 4 into 10 by 4 will be able will be stored in a integer. Okay, can be easily accommodated in an integer, right? Now, after doing that, we will start the code, right? See, that's why I've taken this as an integer. This is the key. This can be integer, but yeah, to know whether this particular value can also be a integer or not, we have done that calculation, right? Now we are confident that yeah, our okay, integer will be able to store at the highest value, okay, the product of two highest values. Now, I've already explained why we have done this, because during runtime, what happens, if you have not supplied proper, space into it, then during runtime it will have to ask some more space, which is a very time-consuming operation. For that reason, if you are sure that how many max values this hash map have to store, then you can simply pass that value here. Okay, so this will ensure that the hash map is given enough space before the start of the program itself to store n square key value pairs. Okay, as simple as that. Now, for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, this is partly exactly same as that of the Python. Okay, exactly same. Now I'm calculating the product. Okay, if the product is already there, what you have to do, simply get the value of it, multiply it with 8, and add it to the answer. Okay, otherwise, okay, even if it is there or not there, what you have to do, you have to make a new entry in the product map now. Okay, so key value product, and the value will be this. So see here, it's a very important thing many of you will not understand. See, get the value. Okay, let us say the value is not there, then you will be written with the default value 0. Okay, that's why it's a, especially this function has been given. Get or default means if the key is there, return its value. If the key is not there, return the default value. The default value is 0, which to which I'm adding 1. Okay, in Python, if you see how easy it became, because we are using a default dictionary, see, just like this we are doing. Okay, but in in Java, you will have to dig some more, you will have to know some more stuff, and you ultimately will get to know that okay, this is slightly equal to what you have done in Python. Okay, so I'm telling that otherwise you have to write if conditions, if it exists, what you have to do, if it doesn't exist, what you have to do, and all that. Okay, I don't want to make it complicated, because the logic is important according to me. The logic building is more important than knowing all the syntax stuff to write the question. Okay, in a company, okay, when you're given a problem, you are expected to solve the problem. Okay, it's not like you should be knowing every code and stuff. If you have the idea, if you have the best algorithm, if you have the knowledge of the best algorithm to solve the question, that is enough. You can simply Google and find the syntax of the language that you need to code in. Okay, you can do that. That case, okay, fine, that is okay. If you are good in one programming language, others will definitely be easy. Okay, especially if you are good in Java, which is again a very complex language, other things will be very, very easy for you, right? As simple as that. So yep, that is how it is being done. And finally, see, this dot put means we are adding the new key. Okay, if this key already exists, then the value will be replaced. The key will remain the same, but their value, whatever we are passing now, that will be updated to the existing value. Okay, as simple as that. Fine. Finally, we're getting the answer. Okay, which is being calculated here. Okay, so yep, I have already, okay, let me quickly run this and show you too. As you can see, this cleaning all the test cases, and this solution is beating 96% of the solutions. And yeah, this is the Python solution. So yep, and I have already mentioned like these things, you can go through it. Okay, if you have any questions, do let me know, but I want you to learn this on your own, because see, I have explained the logic, what happens. We are recording the products, and we're also the key is going to the product, and the value is going to be the frequency of it. Okay, the value is going to the frequency. The frequency will tell us, for example, see, this I and j, nums of I, nums of j is going to be my a and b. Okay, now for every a and b, I need a c and d also. Okay, now how to find the c and d? To find that CND, we are basically recording the frequency of how many times this product occurred. Okay, so the frequency here, okay, the frequency which is mentioned here will tell me how many CNDs are available. Okay, so once we know the number of the CNDs available, we can basically get the number of tuples possible. And once we know the number of tuples possible, we can simply multiply them with 8. Okay, as simple as that. We can simply multiply them with 8. Okay, because as you can see in the example one, it's made very clear. Okay, see, once you have a proper tuple, okay, like once you have those 4 values which are satisfying this particular constraint, you can simply multiply them with 8. Okay, here there is one such tuple, so simply multiply 1 with 8, and we are going to get the answer. That's what we are doing this logic here. Okay, as simple as that. So if you talk about the space and time complexity, this is going to be O of n square solution in terms of time complexity, because there are 2 for loops used. Okay, for that reason it is O of n square. If you talk about space complexity, see, space complexity part, it's all coming from here. Okay, so it's all about how many key value pairs we are going to store. So if you have been watching my solution very carefully, the Java solution, you will be by now sure that again space complexity is going to be n square only, because we are passing this value here. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so at max, if all the products are coming different, then in the worst case there are going to be n square products also, and so for that reason, in the worst case, the space complexity is going to be n square. So space and time both are n square. Okay, this time. So yeah, friend, that was all for this video. I showed you one solution in this case, in this question, which is beating 96% of test cases. This was the first medium level question in this particular month. Prior to that, we have seen all easy questions, but again, when it was an easy question, also we tried our best to find solutions which are beating 100% of test cases. So yeah, friend, that was all for today. I hope you are learning something new from my videos. If you have any questions, if you want to tell anything, please do reach out. I always go through each and every comments. And if you enjoy my videos, if you like the quality of my content, please do subscribe to the channel. This will ensure that this kind of videos reach even bigger audience. They can also get benefit from it. So, that was all for today. If you like my words, please subscribe. Thanks a lot.